No, I haven't made a video in a long time, and you'd call it. The reason is that I'm, well, is it there, fully open. The reason may be that I'm being a bit miffed of the poor results of my stem cell treatment, especially in relation to my walking, which has not improved a lot, or it's even gotten worse. But I would consider that to be more of the fault of this quarantine, where everybody's just, I haven't left my office nearly at all. But yeah, what this piece of video is about, there's a neuro association in Finland called Neuroliitto, and they organized this course. It is called Tahdolla ja Taidolla, which means with will and skill, and it's basically a couples course that we're taking, going into things pertaining to our relationship with MS and how it all goes. And it's ranged in Punkaharju, which is fairly close to the Russian border in eastern Finland, and it is mentioned to be one of the most beautiful places in Finland. It is just kind of a lake region where it's just completely engulfed in lakes, and these, what are they called, peninsulas, or basically interconnecting islands within this lake district. And the place that we're staying is called Kruunuhovi, which is a crown court, and it has a very it's a fairly old building that we're having our sessions. We've been going out for walks in the nature and just talking about what this disease brings with it, and trying to make everybody be on the same page relating to this illness, because a lot goes unsaid basically in a relationship. But yeah, it's 400 kilometers from where I live. So from Vantaa down here is about 400 kilometers. It's a long, grueling drive. And yeah, they don't have charging sockets for electric cars. Or my hybrid it's dead from the drive over here, or the electricity is out. Spent 3 days in Punkaharju, and what was the place? It was Kruunu. It was Kruunupuisto, and the previous insert I said Crown Court, but it's actually Crown Park, the hotel. Rooms were, the one that was given for us, it was fairly nasty, or not nasty, but just very, very basic. And the food was a throwback to school days.
Which one did you go to?
Well, cold potatoes and overcooked salmon, and so I think it was it wasn't like a restaurant experience. We once went to Savonlinna, and we went in there in a restaurant called Vanha Mylly or something like that, and that was the only good meal of the whole trip. And but they were good pointers that I got. It was because the nasty people at Jorvi, they just said that we're not going to deal with you. Call us when you can't work. So they were appalled at the behavior of Jorvi and were of the opinion that I need to have a care relationship, which now I've got a neurologist's contact details that doesn't work for the municipality. They work for this Neurolito, and I'm gonna contact them and see if I could get some kind of ongoing surveillance for my disease. And apparently there is a primary progressive MS drug available, but I feel a bit iffy having a drug. But yeah, you know, I might. Sorry, no, I'm not going to switch yet. But that was one of the pointers or the things that came up, that there is a drug, but for some reason I'm so very, very reluctant to even entertain the idea of an MS drug, because they're all based on the autoimmune theory, which I don't think is a valid one. Yeah, we had good discussions there with people regarding the illness. And, I think a lot of the people, they were on some kind of medication, and I think I was the only one that was not on a medication and didn't have an actual doctor assigned to my case, which might change. And then we learned about different benefits that you can get, like, for example, cleaning, which will be a big help for Terhi. I got a comment that it's house cleaning, so that somebody can come and you can get money to get your apartment clean. But we'll see what happens after this. But it was an interesting 4 days, and the primary feeling was that they were professionals and they knew what they were doing. Because sometimes when I've been to these sorts of meetings, they feel a bit, I don't know, what is the English word? Kotikutoinen, and so, you know, homely. This seemed like it was professional, which was nice. And I think Terhi got something out of it too. And she wasn't completely waste of her time being there for 4 days. The only problem was the weather was horrible throughout. It was raining nearly every day. But I noticed something funny when I went there. My walking was pronouncedly bad. It was worse than it's ever. Well, not ever, but it was fairly bad. Which has been a bit of a bummer, given that I was thinking that stem cells would do something for my walking, but apparently they haven't, or maybe they would have, but then flu quarantine has forced. I think after we came back from Panama, I've only taken like two or three bike rides, so I've been completely sedentary, and that's not good for me, and I really need to get moving. Oh yeah, one thing that we have a second installment of this course in a month's time, and we have things that we need to do, and one of the things is that, or we promised as a couple, we promised to start a gym, or start going to a gym, and then we oh, there's somebody walking the side of the motorway. That's why it was a bit surprising to me. But yeah, going to the gym and then doing some stuff, because it wasn't just for MS patients, it was for MS patients and their significant others. We'll see what happens. And then maybe we'll at some point meet up with people. I don't know. We quite enjoyed the other MS patients and the couples that were there. It was refreshing to be able to talk with people about illness. But anyway, I'm going to compile this into a video, and I'll end by, as I always do, saying that Jesus Christ is King. Amen.
Reflected in